So we're here tidying up for the hurricane that could possibly hit us. Hurricane Ida is due to hit in New Orleans, Baton Rouge area, but could turn our way. So in a couple days, we don't batten down with straps. I have a lot of hives. I'm not going to batten down with straps. And in probably the 10 or so years that we've been in Mississippi, I've only had one hive have a lid lift in a hurricane. Is that, you know, could that happen? Yes, definitely. But I'm not here to lift any lids during this period. I'm here to just kind of tidy up my yards because I do have extra boxes that I just took off the other day. And then double check where some of my low hives are. This area here is a very high spot. So high spot for Mississippi, you know. And I'm just going to be making sure that anybody that's too low or a nuke lid that might need a couple of bricks on top just to hold it down. So the only thing we had to do here, besides just pick up anything, you know, because I'm a messy beekeeper, was put some bricks on the lids that they have not propolis down. They're definitely still flying. We've had rain already coming through. And it's one of those things. If you know you have high winds, I would strap them, but I don't have. I mean, it's a hurricane. It's definitely going to have high winds, but like I said, I could be completely wrong, but I don't have enough straps, so I'm just going to do what I normally do. So they're still busy. It's an overcast day. They're still pretty good busy. A few of my hives are coming out, taking advantage of the no rain. Like I said, today we've had a few showers. Yesterday we had showers. And this is the area that definitely needed the bricks because the populations are too small to really propolis the lid down. They're down low. They're not overhanging, so the wind won't grab. So I'm not too worried about them, but the brick will help. And there's another nice busy. It's a good nuke. I have fed them extra frames of honey. I have not fed syrup, fondant, whatever you guys use. I gave everybody extra frames of honey from my bigger girls. And now I'm just going to be off to the next site. It's amazing. The worst part, and I have to admit this, I know bees can survive with a lid off. Some years ago when we had a hurricane, I had one lid lift, and it was a big hive, and she came out just fine. And here's my bit of honesty for you. You know, I have a lot of hives. It gets really hot. The last week with heat indexes were, 103 to 108, and you can just, you know, put in a couple hours work and that's it. Well, I've actually left lids off before. It happens. I have 150, sometimes 200 hives that I'm working, and I left the lid off only to know that, oh my gosh, you know, the summer rain came through and they're fine. Do I like it? No. Can you take a loss? Definitely. But bees are amazingly resilient. I probably had a harder time in Maine when I lived up there from bears than I do from rain. Now, one thing that bees don't swim, so if they tend to be on the ground where it can flood, thankfully I've never had that happen. But one of my yards that I'm going to go check, I'm going to check how low It is, but it's not holding the rain like it used to. Got a little white, a little orange, deep orange, yellow. Nice little pollen packs. Hopefully that's the sucky part about this, is this hurricane can now knock down pollen on the things. Someone really mean to me. Geez, that made me just lose my attention. So hopefully they can. I had stopped feeding pollen, dry pollen, about a week ago because I saw different things starting to bloom. Maybe not right in this yard, but basically in the area. And so I'm glad I made that call. This hive doesn't seem to be pulling in the pollen like the other one. But that's okay, they'll find their way. Woo-hoo-hoo. Some of them are just really hitting me. Okay. So yeah, we still have lots of clouds. That's the storm rolling in. And picking up. So that lid is propolis. It ain't going anywhere, or it isn't going anywhere, using proper English. But these little girls, you know, there she's propolis shut. That little one's, she's propolis shut. And she's just mated. She's mated back. Yikes. She hasn't been mated a whole month yet. Maybe 3 weeks. And here we go, off into the foray again. This is one of our turtles that live in our apiaries. He's a coastie. He's a box turtle. And we were feeding him. See if I can get a better shot of it. Oh, there he is. They love bread and stuff, so we gave them a cracker. We don't feed them a whole lot, but it's just before the rain. He's adorable. And you can see his beautiful shell.
And people roll over those things.
This is the this is the turtles. These are the turtles that cross the road, so especially in these rainy times, we're going to be stopping along the way, but people actually, unfortunately, seem to target them when they are crossing the road.
Is he eating?
Normally, I don't put wets out. Normally, I put wets on the hives, but we just took honey, and I don't want to crack any propolis, like I said, because I don't want to strap anybody. So I put these wets out here, and this is like a kind of a nice little holding area. It's away from the yards, but near enough that it grabs a bunch of attention. So for anyone that thinks everything's cut and dry, nothing's ever permanent in bees. Nothing's ever, you know, I'm generally a no smoke apiary, but I will use smoke. I generally put my wets on the hives, but there's times that they just can't go on. So nothing's ever all or nothing. It's surrounded by a ton of goldenrod. That's, oh, what is this? 8 foot tall. And they're hanging out as they pick up their syrup or their extra honey wet. I can get it to focus. So I love the sound though. It's always cool to be around bees when they're out. And I know you love my pink hair. Also found a crawdad, that's where we are in the swamp, and he's got a cute little blue. He's been eaten. That's why he's not moving. He was eaten by some ants. But I guess I'm swamp people. So this is one of my lowest lying yards. Once it rains, and it doesn't have to be a hurricane, it will be boots only. This is the yard with the crawdad, and you just can't hardly keep the yard mowed. It's starting to rain now. I got the high goldenrod over there. Geez, I think some of that's even 10 foot tall. But so this yard here, and then my problem area will be here that actually gets a lot of standing water, and that hive there will probably be, it shouldn't be in water. The last time it was really close to water is when it was all mowed down and the field there was mowed, and thankfully it has not been mowed, because what I've found is when there are living plants and not mowed down, that it actually wicks the water back up. So you can mow around the hive, but like say this field, if that was mowed down or turned over, it would definitely be a problem. And now it's raining. Yeah, that's it. We can get in. So that's it. I'm ready for the hurricane as best as we can be. Bricks may be holding something down, no straps, and hopefully no huge deluge of rain or flood. This area is Katrina area, and from what I understand, it did happen here, but that was a that was category 5, and yet the water was not as high up, but the winds were bad. So that's about it. So wish me luck. That's all we can do. Hope you guys in the path of it are prepared, and it's part of beekeeping. Thanks for watching.